Hello, this is Sunil Sunder Raj with Jersey Sporting News. Today, I'm happy to be speaking with Pat Devaney, head coach of the New Jersey City University women's basketball team. Once again, coach, just an incredible honor and privilege being able to speak with you. Hard to believe we're here now with the 2022-23 regular season upon us, but what a run you've had back to back, said NJAC, tournament champs, coach. Gotta feel good, about where this program is headed.
Yeah, I'm really excited where we're at right now in year 5. I mean, time is going so quick. I guess it's
Yeah.
true. When you love what you do, it's like you don't work a day. And
Yeah.
I'm blessed and I'm honored and I'm grateful to be at my university to get to do what I love to do. So, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
happy, extremely happy where we're at this year.
Yeah, that's terrific, coach. I mean, coming out just again a magnificent, 2021-22 season, uh 13-10, 9-9 then check. But I mean, to go back to back, that's not easy to do. And the fact that you had no seniors on the team. I mean, this team just keeps on retool. I mean, you got 10 players returning from last year's team. Unbelievable. I mean, the fact that you had that experience back again. When you reflect back on last season, I'm wondering, like, and of course, went to the NCAA tournament. I mean, there's just so much to really unpack there. But just what really, just floats through your mind when you think back to last season? It's got to bring a huge smile to your face.
The togetherness that we had as a unit, we went through a lot of stuff with COVID and the policy that NJCU had here. And we went through the ringer. We had to forfeit games. We had a false positive in the beginning,
Hmm.
and just when usually you think things will make a team or break a team, it made us that much better and that much stronger. And we weren't allowed to have a lot of practices going forward, so we weren't really able to build that chemistry up. And kids really didn't even know the plays like in the NCAA tournament, so it just showed like how much they molded and bonded together, because that's what at the end of the day what it came down to. It came down to them fighting for one another and just playing for one another and knowing that, hey, everything's stacked up against us. We have really nothing to lose. Let's just go out there and give it our all. And that's what they did. They gave it their all. So I'm excited for this year with not having to go through any of the policy stuff or
Yeah.
anything, where we could just focus on basketball and the plays and preparing, because proper preparation prevents poor performance. So this year we'll be properly prepared for everything that comes our way now.
Yeah, that's tremendous. And hey, I mean, the honors keep on racking up here. Team has been selected, first in the NJAC preseason poll, ranked first time ever in the D3 hoops top 25 poll. I mean, that is prestigious. I mean, for this, program, for New Jersey, say college basketball program representing Jersey City. I mean, how just when you hear that stuff, coach, I mean, it's again, it just got to make you really feel good inside and happy for these players to see look, all their hard work and also the coaches as well has paid off and led to this moment.
I thank God. I thank God, because without him, none of this is possible. Not being able to grab these kids and have these kids buy into what we're doing over here at NJCU. So it's a testament to the student athletes that we're attracting now, because it's all about the players. If you get the right
Yeah.
players, then everything else is easy as long as they buy into it. So, we're happy. We feel like it's transformative where we're at right now and what we have accomplished, and we think the sky's the limit. We think that we could be the number one in the country. We feel we have the best player in the country in Damaris, and we
Yeah.
have a great supporting cast. I mean, we have Batman, we have Robin, we have Superman, we have Iron Woman. We have them all on
Yeah.
this team, and we're
Yeah.
deep. We brought in a nice freshman class. We brought in a really good two good transfers. We have two returners in Brianna Davis and Jasmine Reese, who didn't play
Yeah.
last year. So we're ready for this year, and we're extremely happy and pleased where we're at now as a program with the back-to-back championships and just being recognized nationally. It's a testament to the hard work that we're putting in, because we are really working hard over here. I'm a demanding coach. We have two a days. We wake up 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, no, we don't wake up 6 o'clock in the morning. We wake up 5 in the morning to
Yeah.
get here to start practice with Kenny Britt for strength and conditioning at 6 in the morning. So
Mhm.
like I said, for a Division III program, we run it like a Division I program with these 2-a-days with the strength and conditioning, and just trying to make sure that our kids here have a great college experience.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I was going to get into the players and the fact, Damaris, Brianna, Lena Fox, said Jada Camacho. I mean, you were averaging 70 points per game last season, coach. I'm thinking, I said this is good. It could be a real dynamic and prolific offense here, said this season as well.
Yeah, so no, that's one thing that we spoke on. We spoke on scoring at least 100 points a game. From the numbers, and you hit the nail on the head, from what we had last year and what we're bringing back, basically everybody, and then what we're adding a
Yeah.
lot of firepower to what we already have. We're adding a big team. We're bigger than all the Division I teams that we're playing. So the plan is to run the floor as much as possible, score as many points as possible, second chance opportunities. I mean, we should lead the country in blocks with
Yeah.
our side. So truthfully, the sky's the limit. We could go 5 guards. We could go 5 bigs that are over 6 feet with a 6 foot point guard. I mean, there's so much that we could do, and the plan is to score 100 points a game. If everybody's doing that, Tamara scoring her normal 20, Laney scoring 15, Jada scoring
Yeah.
15, then sprinkle 10 here, 8 here, 6 here, 6 here, 8, 10 here. I mean, there's no reason why we can't score 100 a game this year.
Yeah, my bad. Is it Delaney? Typo error there, but and also the attention to defense. That's the thing is really you look at last year the fact that rebounding, points or turnovers, coach. I'm sure as you said with those 2 a days, said really again working at that craft as well.
Yeah, defense is something that I preach heavily, from being a kid that played in the streets. If you lost in the streets, you had to wait about 10, 15 more necks before you get back on the court. So if you didn't play defense, people weren't picking you up. So I'm big
Yeah,
on defense. I know sometimes shots don't fall, and at the end of the day, defense is effort. It's about effort and energy, and that can always be there. You can have a night off, like shooting, but defensively, there should never be a night off, and your
yeah,
defense should turn into your offense. And we're lucky. We have Damaris, who I think is the best on the ball defender. What she did versus St. Peter's this past week, I mean, the guards couldn't bring it across half court on her. So
hmm
I believe she's the best on the ball defender. And we have 3 bigs, 2 6'3", the other one 6'2", and Leah Allen, who could protect the rim. So we just got to be able to play great help defense, great on the ball defense, and just
yeah.
be able to get as many blocks and defensive rebounds as possible and limit people's opportunities and high percentage shots.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Hey, let me tell you, this regular season opener, coach against Monmouth. I mean, you talk about this is what I love. In-state games. Like this is gonna be televised. I think on SNY. So it doesn't get any bigger than this. With the regular season opener. Can you talk about that matchup and just going up against a team of that stature?
Yeah, just for Coach Jenny to even give us that game, I'm appreciative for that, because you
Yeah,
don't have to give us that game at a Division I. It's like, what do you really get out of it? For
yeah,
us, it's a win. It's a win-win for us. But I just getting those kind of games. I look at it like I put myself in the kids' shoes. I want to play that kind of competition.
yeah,
Growing up in school, you want to play Division I. All of my girls wanted to play D1. They didn't get an opportunity to get D1 offers, but if I can help them play versus Division I teams and have that film, I mean, I got to be able to help them get that opportunity, and we're able to supply that opportunity here with playing Monmouth, and it should be a great game. I believe it's going to be a lot of energy. My girls are extremely excited for it. I'm sure Monmouth is excited for the game. So yeah, we're,
yeah.
we're, we're going to see some really good basketball, and I think Damaris is gonna stand out over everybody.
Yeah, I think the adrenaline is definitely gonna be flowing, said on November 10th there in Monmouth. And let's flip to the NJAC now, coach, because you're going for a three-peat here now. So wanted to ask you just in terms of how you see the conference, playing out here. There are a bunch of teams there that are going to be vying, in terms of University. You have Rowan, you have Montclair State, you have a bunch of schools there, and a couple of dark horses. I think there was one in William Patterson also. So I wanted to just get your perspective just on what it's going to take here, for you guys, again to go to get that three-peat, this year.
It's going to take the 5 Ps. It's going to take proper preparation, so it prevents poor
Yeah.
performance. The NJAC is one of the top 3, I think, leagues in the country. We have great coaches here. Demetrius does a hell of a job at rowing.
Mhm.
He got in a lot of good kids this year. Montclair, Karen, she got in some really good pieces over there, 2 Division I transfers.
Yeah.
Stockton, Devin did a great job recruiting this year. I mean, I look at what each team did this year, and each team got a lot better. TCNJ got a lot better, and they made it to the championship last year.
Yeah, that's right.
Keen's basically bringing back that whole roster, and Shannon McCoy is coming back,
Mhm.
player of the year last year. Shannon's a great player. So I mean, and William Patterson got a lot of transfers over from FDU, a point guard in this Ortega. So
Yeah.
it's gonna take everything. I mean, the tank's gonna have to be empty. We're gonna have to do every single thing right in order to three-peat. And
Yeah.
what's different about this year than in the past? In the past, we were the ones hunting. You
I
know,
was just about to say it.
we
Yeah.
were the ones going out and doing the hunting
Yeah.
because we were hungry. We wanted to win. We never did anything in the conference. So we wanted to do something that's never been done before. Now that
Yeah.
we did that and we did it back to back, now we are the hunted. People are
Mhm.
coming and you're gonna get everybody's A game, whether
Yeah.
it's the person off the bench, the 10th person off the bench, everybody's coming to get you. There's a bullseye on your back. And a lot of my kids, they don't come from winning programs. And that's one thing that we're trying to instill in them right now, to know that you can't take a night off in practice. You know, there's
Mhm.
no nights off. You got to be on
Yeah.
your A game every single time. Now, if you're on your A game every single day in practice, that's muscle memory. It transfers over to the game. And that's what
Yeah.
I want our girls and our team to start understanding. And I'm hoping by the middle of the season, they really start understanding that when they see that you're getting everybody's best. And then I think we have the toughest schedule in the conference and in the country. We play
Yeah.
Christopher Newport home. We play Tufts. We play Amherst. We go down to Renault College, play
Yeah.
Washington. So we have a really tough schedule, and we have the D1 teams, Delaware State and Monmouth on there. So it's gonna take everything in our power to repeat and make it to the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle every night. The fact is that look, you're not shying away from the competition. You're meeting it head on, which again is absolutely tremendous. Hey, I want to switch to here. Oh, playing home games there at the John J. Moore Athletics Center there on the campus New Jersey City University. How important is that establishing, of course, that home court advantage, early on as well, Coach?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, last year I didn't think we had as many fans as we should have had. This year, I'm thinking we're gonna have really nice showing. So
Hmm.
that's what we really want. We want the girls to understand that they are the show here in Hudson County, and everybody's out here wanting to see them, and
Yeah.
just really just establishing in that foundation, that home court foundation, that home court advantage. You know, we played at Tufts last year. We played at Amherst last year. So
Hmm.
lucky enough to have them come here and play in our home, and then lucky enough Christopher Newport wanted to play here. So it, it's it's to our advantage to have this home court advantage versus these top teams in the country, and hopefully we could take advantage of that.
Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to piggyback to the NCHEC and just Division III basketball because I think the competition, the players, the teams, the coaches is just at such a high level. Like, it's just amazing. Like, I think it's one of the best conferences, said, across the country. And I think, gets underscored, doesn't maybe receive that kind of respect and attention. I just wanted to ask you about that as well, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. Truthfully, I think we're top 3 in the country. I mean, look at the coaches that we have. We have phenomenal coaches, and I'm not
Yeah.
just saying this because they're my colleagues. They are really, really good coaches.
Yeah.
I compete against them every year. I see how hard
Yeah.
they recruit. I see the work they put in. So it's very tough. And then when the kids play in this league, they understand that. Like
Yeah.
Damaris in the beginning, she didn't understand about the NJAC, but then her first year when she came in, she was like, "Coach, wow,
Mm,
Division III. This is you wouldn't even understand. You wouldn't believe that this
yeah.
is Division III." So, and we have Division I kids that come into this conference, and they still don't stand out over everybody. So that should tell you everything you need to know. Then what we did versus St. Peter's the other day, losing by 6. I mean, it's not about the level. It's about just the caliber of the kid and
Yeah.
how much of a competitor they are.
Yeah. Hey, you've coached, you've played basketball for a long time. I've asked you this before, just but when it comes to the game, I just wanted to ask you just some of the intangibles. What is it about it that, like, year after year, you come back coaching it? What makes it really special and unique for you, Coach Devaney?
Well, I'm the oldest of four. I have two little brothers, a little sister. My whole life, all I did was be the captain, making
Yeah,
teams up. On my block, we had so many kids that, we would play stickball, soccer, manhunt, ring and run. And I always had to make the teams up. And
yeah,
I love competition. I love, and I love basketball. Basketball, if it wasn't for basketball, no one would know who I am,
yeah,
and that's something that I identify with is basketball.
yeah,
Basketball helped me graduate college. If it was never for basketball, I would have never had any motivation or ambition to go to college.
yeah,
So, the game of basketball saved my life, turned my life around. I feel like I owe everybody that plays basketball. I feel like I just have to pour into everybody because the game of basketball has poured into me. All the coaches I had poured into me. So just
yeah,
paying it forward. And like I said, just competing. I love competing. I hate
yeah,
losing, and just competing and just having my competitive edge rub off on the girls and the kids that I'm surrounded by, just so they understand life's about competition. When you
yeah,
go for a job, there's really only one supervisor. You should want to be that supervisor. You should want to make more money. And that's
yeah,
that's a mindset I want to instill in our kids. Just go get it. Go be the best. If there's a CEO, go be the CEO. Like, go just keep moving up. Be that ladder and
yeah.
keep moving up. And that's what I want my kids to know, my three boys that I have, all my nieces and nephews. And that's just something I want people to remember me by. Like, just keep being your best, give your best, keep putting your best foot forward, and just keep moving up in life.
Yeah, no, definitely setting the example and being a role model, what you do. Said again, a fabulous job of, tell me, these kids are also student athletes, and we talked about it before. I mean, this is, it's a very demanding, in terms of even at the Division 3 level. So, wanted to ask you that in terms of them, finding that time management and organization, because between practices, the lifts, the games, watching film. I mean, there's so many components. I'm wondering, just in terms of working with the athletes on that as well, Coach Devaney.
Yeah, me personally, I have a little soft spot for them, especially in this climate that we're in.
Yeah.
I never had to do Zoom classes. I never had to do online classes. I can't
Hmm.
imagine doing online classes. Like,
Yeah.
how do you learn from an online class? I was more of that. I needed that face to face instruction. I needed to see that professor and hear him and be able to talk to him face to face with that human interaction. So,
Hmm.
and when I was in school, gas was $1.95. Gas is almost $4 now. So
Yeah.
these kids need to work, and I feel like we all need to understand that and respect that at the Division
Yeah.
three level. We ask for a lot of their time, and we have to be reasonable in this climate. And that's probably the hardest thing to juggle with, and understand that kids need to work now.
Yeah.
Most of them are not going to go professionally from our division, and they're students
Hmm.
first. And at the end of the day, we have to be realistic in our demands for them. And
Yeah.
Division 3, it's tough because you're not on scholarship here. You have to pay for school.
Hmm.
So some kids are working to pay their classes off. Some kids are working to pay their rent. Some kids are working to pay their insurance. Some kids are working just to feed themselves. So
Yeah.
we deal with a lot at the Division 3 level, and I commend all coaches at this level because we deal with way more than any other division. We're more than just basketball coaches.
Yeah.
We're role models. Sometimes we're psychiatrists. Sometimes we're
Hmm.
peer mediators. We wear so many hats
Yeah.
in this field, and people don't understand that it's just not basketball. I wish it was just basketball. If it was
Yeah.
just basketball, I wouldn't be getting these grades that I got in
Yeah,
the last couple of years here.
I know, right? Yeah, I was talking to another coach. I think you age like years, like significantly because of the amount of stress there is involved. I mean, as you said, wearing many hats, so much multitasking on all part. I mean, you have the students, multitasking, but the coaches are doing it as well. So there's really, I mean, it's just consistently and constantly on the move. Like there's no time off. I mean, you talk about there, I mean, it's 24/7, 365 for you, coach.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you're really personable and you get to know these kids and know their family situation,
Mhm.
know what they came from,
Yeah.
understanding some of them didn't have parents growing up, that their parents gave them up when they were 1.5 years old. And you start having soft spots for these kids, and you try to
Yeah.
everything in your power to help these kids and steer them in the right direction. So Division 3 is a special division because it's very personable,
Yeah.
and it's about the organic development of the human being, and I love it here, truthfully.
Yeah.
And I would I
Yeah.
would I wouldn't change this for the world.
Yeah. No, it's real life. I mean, it's just like kids, just trying to get by, each day, and it's just like it's a real again talked about that word testament to their said perseverance and just the way they're able to get by every day. Hey, in terms of administration athletics at New Jersey City University, there's been some changes. So I wanted to ask you about those moving parts. New acting director of athletics and Robert Cole, new acting president. I think it's Jason Kroll. Can you just talk about that and just in terms of it's still pivotal, that you receive that support from the administration and athletics because that's the key for this engine to keep rolling and for this program to keep moving up that ladder as well, Coach Devaney.
Yeah, well, Jason Crow, he was the main one that was all about athletics, even under Dr. Henderson. So we're extremely
Mhm.
lucky to have
Yeah.
Jason as the interim. Hopefully, what I would like to see, I would like to see Jason stay as the president, but
Mhm.
not sure how that's going to work out. And then as
Mhm.
the interim AD, Bobby Cole, I knew Bobby since he was 5 years old. His father used to be my high school
Okay.
football coach and my high school algebra teacher. So I'm very familiar with Bobby, and
Yeah.
and truthfully, Bobby has done a phenomenal job so far, and we
Yeah.
all have Bobby's back. And over here, when I preach one family, one vision, one mission, it's just not about women's basketball. It's about the whole department. We
Mhm.
all have the same vision. We all have the same mission. We want to see our athletic department be the best athletic department in the state, and the only way to do that is for all of us to buy in. And
Yeah.
we have great leadership over here. Mark Brown has stepped into the leadership role for the coaches and as an administrator. So we're in good water over here, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah, no, again, that's terrific. Hey, I see in the background NJCU. I'm wondering, every time those kids, those girls put that uniform on, that jersey on, take that court, whether it's home or away. I'm wondering what you want that to represent. What do you want them to carry? When they're out there, playing for this university.
You have your sister's front and her back, and you give everything that you have, and you leave nothing in the tank. As long as you do that, you can always leave with your head held high. That's the biggest key I want these kids to understand is give everything you have and live with no regrets. If you do that, you'll be able to look in the mirror and go to sleep at night knowing you gave everything in life. And that's all I
Mhm.
want to do is love themselves and be happy with themselves and be happy with the effort that they gave in their life.
No, well said. Hey, two more, and then you get the final word here. I wanted to ask you about your coaching staff. Assistant coaches Betty Bendieta, Karima McKenzie, Kimberly Richburg, volunteer assistant women's basketball coach Jasenia Montalvo. Talk about that. I know you mentioned Coach Kenny Britt, strength and conditioning, because that's really, again, it's so essential to have that type of staff in place, to help you out, because with the other tests, so you can really focus in on the team as well. Just talk about what that means as well, because I think, just to have those people on the bench, with you, Coach Devaney.
Yeah, first I want to bring up Kenny Britt because having Kenny has been huge for us to have someone who's reached the top of the mountain, as a professional athlete playing 10 years in the NFL, who saw the best of the best trainers, the best of the best strength and conditioning coaches, who knows what it takes to get their body right and perform at a high level. I mean, we've been extremely blessed to have Kenny here. We've been lucky to even pay him what we could pay him, because
Yeah,
he's working for us for peanuts, so just having Kenny here has brought the girls level to another level,
yeah.
and then they understand what it takes to be great. So Kenny was huge to have here, and I'm very happy that he stayed, and I hope he continues to stay with us.
Hmm.
Coach Prima McKenzie used to play at TCNJ. She's the assistant principal at Snyder High School. Used to be the old athletic director at Snyder High School. Coached at Keene. She was a very good basketball player. Jersey City, born and raised. Karima is a great mentor to the girls. She's like she's like an older sister, and she steers them in the right direction. She has a great energy with her, and she's been amazing. She's been amazing for our girls. She's someone that they could lean on when things ain't going right, and she always has the right words of motivation to say. She's more of like she coddles them. Me, I'm a little tougher. I'm like the bad cop and the good cop. She's more of the good cop.
Yeah.
So Kareem was great for us. And then Betty was an animal as a basketball player at Adelphi. She was a fierce basketball player. She's a fierce coach. She used to coach at North Bergen. She's with the junior Knicks. She's a gym teacher at North Bergen High School right now. And Betty's director of basketball operations. She just brings a bowl of energy, big bowl of wealth of basketball, and she gives it all every day she's here. You could tell that she loves what she does, and she's on all girls like white on rice. So
Mm.
Betty has been a great addition, and Kimberly Richburg, she's from Jersey City, Curry Woods Projects. She lives in my grandmother's area, so I knew her since she was a kid. Went to Essex County Community College, then played at an NAIA school. So Kim's been really good for us. She's been a good practice player as well for us,
It's
helping the
great.
girls
That's
step up. So we got
yeah.
a really good coaching staff over here. And Jasenia is
Mm.
back in a volunteer role as she's now the freshman head coach at Bayonne High School. She stepped up, got her own little coaching job now. So we're 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 in a good situation now with some really good coaches that I'm
Yeah,
happy with.
that's super. Hey, we talked about it, Coach, on numerous occasions about family. How much we need to lean on them. I said you go through your ups and downs, your twists and turns. Like every day brings, presents new challenges, and I wanted to ask you just again, how much that has meant to you. Now here again, your 50th year as the head coach at New Jersey City University for the women's basketball team, but just in terms of having that support from your family.
Oh, the sport's huge. I mean, my wife, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be able to be in this profession. This profession, it's a lot of hours, and it's a lot of
Mhm.
hours on the phone. It's a lot of hours watching video. Especially recruiting at this level, you have to put a lot of time in.
Yeah.
Usually the pay doesn't match up with the time, but when you're in this profession, you don't look at the pay. You look at the
Mhm.
difference that you're making and the lives that you're serving and how
Mhm.
you're changing people's lives daily and their mindset. So it's huge to have the family backing. And I thank my wife every single day to have three boys, 4 years old, 2 year old, and 1 year old, and she's
Yeah.
doing it by herself, and I'm over here doing what I love to do. I mean, Sunil, you love doing what you do, all the interviews,
Yeah.
all the content you're putting out there. I mean, it takes a lot of time away from the family. So I'm sure
Yeah.
your wife understands, and you understand that our wives are truly the real
Yeah.
MVP.
They're the
They,
heroes. They're
they are.
they're
They are.
yeah.
And I tell my girls daily, find that significant other that's going to help you,
Yeah.
reach your dreams and motivate you and inspire you to reach your goals. And you don't want someone that's going to, take you away from your goals and take you away from your dreams, because then you're going to be
Yeah.
miserable, not happy, and you're not going to be living a fulfilled life. And that's what you really want to do. You want to live a fulfilled life,
Yes.
loving what you do every day, and just out there making a difference, because that's what we're all here on this earth to do. We're out here
Yeah.
to make a difference and help one another. And it's just not about us or me. It's about we as the human
Mhm.
race making each other better and making this place a better place for our kids and the next generation to come.
Preach the gospel. That's what you're doing. Hey, coach, you get the final word here. It said for the team, the players, assistant coaches, Jersey City University, the administration, athletics, um, hey, family and friends. And then what's your message to the fan base out there, locally, nationally? Because I know that you've gained a huge following across the country now. It said with the success you had. So I give you the floor, coach.
Just pay attention to Jersey City basketball. We have big time basketball over here, and I'll tell you what, Damaris Rodriguez is the best player in the country. When I saw that she was on the fourth team, I was shocked by it, because every single coach in this area knows that she's the best Division III basketball player in the country. I have Division I coaches that come up to me and they're shocked that I was able to get her to come to NJCU. They all know she's a Division I player. Coaches in the MAC tell me all the time that she could come start for them. So it's just a testament of, you don't have to go be just a regular person and go play Division I and be a small fish in a big sea. Come be a big fish in a small sea, and That's what I want kids to understand. You know, go make a difference somewhere else and have your name enshrined in that college. And we're lucky enough to have somebody like a Damaris Rodriguez here. So just stay tuned to Jersey City women's basketball, and we're hoping that we could be national championship contenders.
Well said. Hey, Coach Devaney, just again, a incredible honor and privilege being able to speak with you. I said about this upcoming season and the 2022-23 season, and wishing you, the players, and the coaching staff all the best this season.
Thanks, Sunil. I appreciate everything you do for sports, man, and for and just for the culture in general. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.